Hey everyone, it's Jenna. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys some really awesome home decor dupes, and I think this is my favorite video I've done in terms of dupes just because I have so many good items for you today. I have a lot of items, so we're going to try to go through them rapid fire, but I know normally I like to stop and kind of give little styling tips along the way, so I'm still going to try to throw some of those in there. I think it's going to be a really fun video, so if you guys are ready, let's get into it. Okay, so our first dupe is going to be a wooden riser, and I've talked about these before on my channel. I have them all over my house. I just love that they make your decor look so much more intentional and organized, and you know, especially if you're using it on like a quartz, granite, or like a stone surface, I feel like it just really warms up the space because you have this like old kind of aged primitive wood. And this one that we're looking at is a large rustic wood antique breadboard. It's $112. And you know, obviously this is an antique, so that is what you're paying for, but our dupe is actually going to be a faux antique, so it kind of has like that aged look, but you don't have to pay $112 for it. So we're gonna head on over to Kirkland's, and our dupe is this gray wash mango wood riser, and it is only $39.99. I actually bought this riser, and I believe I got a 20% off coupon, and it was like 30 something bucks. So really good price for this. I actually bought it and returned it just because I had nowhere to put it in my house. I probably should have held on to it for future, but I don't know. I'm collecting home decor fast, as you guys can probably tell from my videos. So, but I really loved this. It looked so realistic. I'm hating myself for not taking a video of it when I had it in my home, but it really is beautiful. I know it can be really hard to source these primitive wood pieces for affordable prices, so this is a great alternative. Okay, so next, this piece is one of my favorite kind of like decor solutions, if you will. So our expensive version is going to be this accordion hook rack from Anthropologie. It's like a brass color, and one of the reasons I love these is that they are so versatile. So if you have a spot in your home where you have like maybe a little bit of an empty space of a wall, but you don't have room to put, you know, a little cabinet or something there, and you just need something to visually take up that space, this is a great solution because you can hang hats, you can hang decorative brooms, you can hang decorative tassels, you can hang fabric, you can hang a purse, just like really cute curated items to just kind of like dress up a section of the wall. And you can even have this be functional if it's like actually the stuff that you use every day. You can also use this in a bathroom, you know, just to hang your towels, like a cute little visually pleasing way to display your towels. You could use this, you know, in a guest room so guests can hang their purse or whatever. I don't know, I just feel like these are super versatile. You could use them in an entryway. And that being said, our dupe is on over at Target. So to me, this looks exactly the same. It's an accordion decorative hook rack in brass by Project 62, and it is only $16. So that is quite a price difference for something that looks almost identical. It has great reviews. So yeah, if you're looking for a cheap solution to add some decor to your space for $16, I don't think you can go wrong, and I think this is a great thing to incorporate. Okay, so next we have yet again a super functional, super versatile piece of decor, and our high-end version is going to be this Iona tray from Amber Interiors shop online. So this is a really beautiful piece. Like I've said, it's super versatile. So you can use this to, you know, put food out if you have a party, just something kind of like organizational. You can use this on like a guest room bed with like, you know, some tissues, the Wi-Fi code, candle, cute stuff guests would want on a bed. You can use this on a coffee table to put a vase or your coasters, just kind of like organizing your decor, which I love because I think it looks a lot more intentional. Things look a lot more neat and put together. So I love the texture on this. It can add some texture to a space. Our dupe is going to be over on Target, and it is this woven rectangular serve tray with handles from Hearth and Hand with Magnolia, and it is $19.99. So to me, this looks super duper similar. It poses this same exact purpose, but it's just like way less expensive. So I think this is really nice if you guys want to organize maybe some decor out on a console table. You need a little bit of a texture or some kind of contrasting material to add to your space. I think this is a really great solution for that. All right, so our next dupe is a vase, and our expensive version is actually going to be on Overstock, which is funny because sometimes our dupes, the cheaper version is from Overstock, but this time it's the expensive one, and it is this black round pottery vase, and it is $160. I love the shape of this, and you guys also know that I love narrow mouth vases because you don't have to buy as much florals to put in them. I think it's kind of like a money saving thing if you have a narrow mouth vase. So yeah, our dupe is gonna be on over at Kirkland's actually. When I bought that wood riser, I hadn't been in Kirkland's for forever because they mostly have farmhouse decor, and you know, that's not really what I have in my home, so I kind of stay away from Kirkland's. But I went in there to pick up my online order of the wooden riser, and I was honestly really surprised. I was like, dang, they actually have some super cute stuff in here. I think they're kind of changing their look a little bit to kind of appeal to a wider audience. So I'm keeping my eye on Kirkland's. But our dupe is over there. It's $50, so like 1/3 of the price of the expensive one, and it looks exactly the same. So they actually have it in a bunch of different colors, and when I was at Kirkland's, they had it displayed with some really pretty like pampas grass coming out of it. I'm really mad at myself for not taking a picture, but it looked really gorgeous. I feel like you could put some dried florals in here and it would just give it a very expensive, elegant look. So yeah, really love this piece. Okay, so this next dupe is probably my absolute favorite of all of these home decor dupes. A lot of you asked me about my vintage elm bench that we have in our entryway. It is honestly one of my favorite pieces in the home, but it was actually one of the most expensive pieces in my home. Vintage and antique pieces are not cheap. So our high-end version is from Cherish, and it is this Chinese elmwood bench, and it is $899. So that is a very typical price I see. I've seen them for cheaper, but usually you have to pay shipping. It's definitely upwards of like $200 to $300 for a bench like this. So like I've said before, you're actually paying for it being vintage. So here we have another piece that is a faux vintage piece. So it has the vintage look, but you don't have to pay the vintage price. And it is this Ridge Road Decor Rustic Mahogany Wood Bench from Bed Bath & Beyond, and it is only $179. So I know that sounds like a lot, but these benches are super trendy in decor right now, you guys. I see so many interior designers and bloggers using these. I think they give your home just such a casual, lived-in look and can really make a huge statement, and that's why I was willing to invest in mine. So this is great because you can get that look for not the huge price tag. This would be great for an entryway if you just wanted to style a little moment there to kind of like put your shoes on, hang a mirror above it, check yourself before you walk out the door, kind of make your decor functional and work for you that way. It'd be great for an empty wall in a hallway if you have something like that. It could be great if you had an extra wall in, you know, your master bedroom, something like that. You know, pop a little plant next to it. I feel like this is, again, another really versatile piece, and I love the look of this. I love that it looks vintage, but you don't have to pay the insane vintage prices. So all right, you guys, so our next piece is going to be, for the expensive version, this natural tree stump side table. And I personally love side tables just because they are super functional pieces of decor. They look really nice accenting a sofa or an accent chair. We all sit and watch TV and eat our snacks and drink our drinks, and it's just so nice to have a spot to put that, especially when it looks nice and adds, you know, visual interest to our rooms. It's a win-win. So this guy is priced at $300, and to me, that's just a little expensive for a side table. I'm sorry. But our dupe is going to be on over at Target, and it's this faux wood stump indoor outdoor accent table, so you can actually use it outdoors as well. And it's by Project 62, and it's only $99. So that's a really great price for something like this. I will say I have seen this in person at the store, and I think that it looks pretty real. I love that it's like that lighter wood. It kind of looks very casual, like kind of almost beachy. And like I've said before in a lot of my videos, I just love when natural elements are brought into design. I think that it makes your space feel very natural and down to earth and just very organic, and it gives that kind of like relaxed vibe you get when you're out in nature. So I think that this is a great table to incorporate if you just need a little accent table or something like that. All right, so it wouldn't be a true video of mine if I didn't include an olive tree, because all of you guys know, get it, all of you guys. Anyway, sorry, I'll stop at the jokes, but y'all know that I am olive tree obsessed. So the reason for that is I just feel like it's a beautiful, classic, rustic plant. So, you know, when you incorporate this in your space, it kind of gives like winery vibes, very California, coastal, Italy, and I just personally love that in my space. I love that feeling, and I love the look that that emits. So I basically have olive trees in every room in my house, so I'm very in tune with what's available online in terms of olive trees. So our expensive version is going to be this West Elm tree, and it is priced at $380. So that's pretty hefty. It comes in this really pretty white pot. I don't know why, but I just love olive trees in white pots. I think it just looks very classic and clean. And our dupe is going to be on over at Target, and it is this artificial olive tree in a ceramic pot by Threshold, designed with Studio McGee. So this guy is only $150, still comes in a really pretty white pot, and to be completely honest, I like this pot better. I love the like crock look of it. It looks very vintage. That's a super vintage look with those like little winged handle things. So yeah, I really, really love this piece. It can go great in any room, you know, a bedroom, living room, entryway. I mean, I have an olive tree in every single one of those places in my house. So we even have an olive tree in our workout room, which I will show you guys the video makeover soon. Just waiting to finish up a couple little things, and some things are coming in the mail, and I'm waiting forever for the shipping for them. So anyways, yeah, love this olive tree. If you're in need of one, I know it sounds expensive, but I feel like these look super realistic if you don't have a green thumb, and also olive trees are very hard to take care of in certain climates. I know indoors it can even be a little bit more challenging, so the fact that we can have a permanent olive tree in our home that looks very realistic is priceless, right? Okay, so our next piece is going to be this hanging wall shelf from Arhaus. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I've only seen it online. I've never heard anyone pronounce it, so sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But it is priced at $350. So that is very hefty for just a little wall shelf in my opinion. But I do like things like this because, again, kind of the same thing with the wall hooks. It can just take up some space on a wall to add some visual interest, allows you to kind of buy some more home decor, you know, my favorite thing to do, to style on the shelves and just, you know, really dress up the look of a space. So our dupe is going to be on over at Kirkland's, surprise. And this one is only $80. So it has the exact same look, and I really like this. I think that it's very interesting when you have different shapes in your room. I've talked about this in some of my videos before, that the most common angle is a 90-degree angle in a room. You don't typically have a lot of curves and edges. So when you have things that are circular or oval or arched to contrast these hard edges, I feel like it just looks really visually pleasing. So this is definitely a fun, unique piece. And I love that it looks exactly the same as the one that's $350, and it's just like way cheaper. All right, so if that bench was one of my favorite dupes, this is probably my second favorite dupe. I think that this is such a cool and fun, unique piece, and definitely not something that everyone has. So it'll definitely make your home stand out, especially if you put this somewhere like a guest bathroom. Our expensive version is going to be from schoolhouse.com, and it is this oak and leather tissue holder. And I personally love leather accents in my space. I feel like they're timeless, they're classic, and they make your home look really expensive, and they're just a great contrasting material to wood. And our cheap version is actually going to be on over at Amazon, and it is this wooden vintage design toilet paper holder roll, and I actually bought this like a couple hours ago, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. But it has really great reviews, looks really great in the pictures. My only concern is like the toilet paper actually staying on the roll, but everyone in the reviews doesn't really complain about that, so I'll let you guys know how it goes. But I mean, I figured for 12 bucks I might as well give it a try, you know. This also could probably double as a towel holder, so like instead of like a little towel ring, you could use this and drape your towel over it, so that's another use for it. But yeah, I figured for 12 bucks I might as well order it, you know, and it has Prime. So all right, so speaking of leather accents, we have this really cool modern unlined valet tray from Leatherology, which I've never heard before, but thought it was kind of a cool website. But this guy is priced at $55, and I think this is such a cool little catch-all. It'd be great on like a nightstand or a console table, or, you know, a coffee table, just to like organize your remotes or your keys or whatever, your jewelry before bed. I just think that this is such a unique look. This is not a piece that you see all the time. I think that leather, like I said, is a very expensive and classic looking material. So our dupe is going to be on over at tjmax.com. So I always like to disclaim with TJ Maxx that I know their stuff sells out very quickly. So I am hoping that it's still in stock by the time I get this up, but it is this made in Italy leather catch-all, and it is only $14.99. Like, how cool. It's made in Italy. It looks super similar to our real version. I mean, if they were side by side, I probably wouldn't know which would be the dupe or not. And it's only $14.99, so that's a really good price for something like this. I know for us who are just trying to decorate our homes, we take pride in curating some really unique, fun items, and this is one of those in my opinion. So All right, so next we have an arch mirror, and you guys know if you follow my channel that I am obsessed with arches. I love mirrors that are arched. I have like one in every room in my house as well. So this expensive version is going to be from Pottery Barn, and it is $499. It comes in brass, silver, and black. I personally go for either the brass or the black. Both of mine in my home are black arched mirrors. I think that when you have like that black contrast, it looks really nice, especially if you have a lot of lighter colors in your space. But if you have a lot of golds or you're just looking for something to you know, switch things up as far as like accent colors go, I feel like gold is a great material to go for as well. So our cheaper version is going to be on over at the Home Depot, and they have the same color options. They actually have a pink option, which is a little like out there, but this one is only $209, and it has some really great reviews. So less than half the price, and I will say I believe the other one's a little bit bigger. The other one's just 6 inches bigger, which isn't that big of a difference, especially for the price difference that you get. It's still going to give you the same overall look. So yeah, this is a really pretty piece. You know, put it over a mantle on a fireplace. You could prop this up against a console table, which is what I have. You could hang it over a console table. You could actually use this in a bathroom if you wanted to have this as your mirror and kind of like take a builder grade mirror out of there and swap this in for it. I think that would give it a really high-end look. So definitely a lot of cool things you could do with this pretty piece. All right, I'm not sure if I'm developing an unhealthy like bench obsession or what, but I have so many in my home. I love benches, and the fact that I could keep looking these up and telling them to you guys instead of buying them myself is very healthy for me. So our expensive version is going to be from Home Threads, and it's this really pretty, I think it's called a Constantine teak bench, and it has some leather details, if you guys can see, like those little leather straps. So this one, as far as the dupe goes, it is a little bit different, but it's still kind of the overall same look. So this guy is $674, which is very pricey for a bench, but we're going to head on over to Target, and our dupe is this micro-striped natural wood bench from Hearth and Hand with Magnolia. It has that leather detail down there. I know it doesn't look exactly the same, but it's kind of the overall same feel. It has those 90-degree angles in it, light wood, pretty like a light linen-y fabric, leather details. So the fact that we could get this for $179, and this truly does, just even by itself, not even comparing it to the dupe, looks like a designer piece. This could be great for a little spot in an entryway if you wanted to put it maybe at the foot of a bed or something like that. I just think that this is really pretty, and you know, for $179 is a great price. It has great reviews as well too. So all right, so this next piece is going to be a piece of wall art, and I love this. Again, it's kind of fitting in with our theme of just unique pieces that not everyone has. It's not just a regular piece of artwork, a photograph, or an oil painting. This is a framed textile art. So this is becoming a little bit trendy right now. It's using the concept of like an old piece of fabric or a vintage piece of fabric that's like, you know, from Turkey or whatever, and you're just taking that and making art out of it, putting a frame around it. So this guy is $500 from West Elm, and that to me personally is just way too much. Obviously it's from West Elm, so it's not a, you know, authentic vintage piece anyway, so I don't know why you would pay that much for this. But we have a similar look on over at Target, and it's this vintage textile framed under glass from Threshold, and it kind of looks like a little piece of an old Turkish or Moroccan rug, and I love this because it's very neutral. I feel like it would work well in a lot of different spaces and with a lot of different styles. So they have it here styled kind of like on a console table, just propped up against the mirror, and I think it looks so pretty. It's a great way to kind of add texture into your space, more so than, you know, like a photograph or something like that. It kind of softens the look and adds some warmth with the fabric in there. So I don't know, I think this is a very unique piece, and it definitely adds some character to your space. Okay, so we have another piece of wall art, and this time it's actually a painting, but I love the colors and the texture and just like the overall look of this. So our expensive version is going to be on over on Pure Salt, and this is art piece called Mauve Rocks, and it is $398. And this is very abstract. It's kind of like a beachy print, has very neutral tones. It has some blues, some tans, and taupes and browns in there. I should be looking at the price of our large version because it's closer in size to our dupe. So the large version is actually $1,078, which that's crazy. So our dupe is going to be on over at good old Target again. I'm sorry, but Target just has so much good home decor that looks like a designer piece. So that's why a lot of our dupes are from there. But it is this watercolor landscape frame canvas by Project 62. And I know everyone goes goo gaga over the Studio McGee stuff, but Project 62 has some really great items as well. And this guy is only $70. So compared to $1,078, you can get this for $1,008 cheaper. But I know it doesn't look exactly the same, but it has a lot of the similar characteristics of the other painting. It's kind of like a beachy coastal print. It has those warm taupes and tans and browns with accents of blue in there. And I think this is such a beautiful piece. You could hang it over a bed. It would actually look really great if you wanted to do hanging wall hooks, and then you could put this over as just kind of like a little bit something extra to kind of take up space and visual interest on the wall. I don't know. I just love this piece. I love the vibes of it. I just think that it's like very earthy and kind of coastal. Like, you're not sure if it's coastal, but you're pretty sure. It just kind of gives a very relaxing, abstract kind of image, and I really like that. Okay, so this piece is very interesting because this actually isn't a dupe. This is the same exact product. It's just way more expensive on one site, and you can get it for like way cheaper on another site, which is not normally the norm. Our expensive one is going to be on Macy's, and I just love the look of this, by the way. Ferns are just such a classic plant to use in your decor. I think that fake ones actually tend to look pretty realistic. It's like not something that can look super fakey. So I also love the pot that this comes in. It's this Maidenhair artificial plant in decorative planter, and this one's at Macy's, and it's normally $107, but it's on sale for $63. So like I said, I love the aged pot. I think that that just gives it such a nice, like, lived in antique feel. Anytime you have something like aged, to me personally, that just looks so expensive because you're paying for the vintage look of it. And of course, our cheaper version is going to be on over at Target, and this guy is only $34. Like I said before, I think ferns are such a great year-round seasonal plant to use in your space. I see Pure Salt Interiors, who's like one of my absolute favorite interior designers. They use ferns a lot in their designs. Almost like every room they have a fern in there, and I just think that it looks so beautiful. It makes it just like feel very clean and very fresh. So this is a really pretty one. Here we are with our second olive tree or olive plant of the video, and our expensive version is going to be on over at Crate and Barrel. It is this potted faux olive tree, and it is $50. So it's just basically some olive branches in a white vase. So we're gonna go on over to, yet again, Target. This should have just been a Target dupes video, seriously, but it is this artificial olive plant arrangement with Studio McGee, and this one is $30. And this one is actually bigger than the one from Crate and Barrel, so not only is it cheaper, but it's bigger. So I just like the look of this. It's great to just pop on a little space that needs a little bit of something. You know, it could go great on a nightstand and look great on a side table, you know, maybe out on your kitchen counter, something like that. Just a spot you want to put that really pretty rustic olive plant, you know, my absolute favorite. So yeah, this is a really pretty piece, and for the price, I think it's great because it includes the vase as well. And I mean, vases themselves can be $30. So okay, so I know I've talked about this before on my channel as well. You know, it's really great to kind of invest in those little small pieces that just kind of accent our larger pieces and make things look more finished by, you know, being able to create groupings and create some variety in height and size. So our expensive version is going to be at CB2, and it's this Via large travertine knot, and it's $169, which that is crazy for something like this small. So, you know, I really like these small accent pieces just because I feel like it's really important to create variety in your height and your size when you're doing groupings of decor. So these are just some nice little finishing pieces you can stack on a stack of books or next to a vase, next to some candlesticks, whatever. So our dupe is going to be on over at Target, and it is this limestone knot figurine in natural, designed with Studio McGee, of course, and it's only $20. So it kind of gives you the same exact look, but I mean, it's way cheaper and way more affordable. So all right, so our last piece of decor is yet another one of those super beautiful yet functional pieces, and it is this white marble Lazy Susan from Pottery Barn, priced at $69. So our dupe is going to be on over at Target, and this guy is $30. And I mean, they basically look the same. I think one is like an inch or two shorter than the other, but I mean, for the price difference, that's still really great. And I personally love Lazy Susans because they're a great way to kind of provide a little pedestal to display your vase or whatever in the middle of your table, like your centerpiece, whatever that is. And then it also gives you extra space to put things like your salt and pepper shaker, your napkins, stuff like that, so everyone can have that access around the table because it spins around. So super functional and pretty piece of decor. Like I've said before, I love marble contrasted against wood because most of us probably have wood dining tables, not marble dining tables. So it's a really nice contrasting material to the wood. Definitely one of my favorites as well. All right, you guys, and that is it for this video. Definitely let me know in the comments, do you like the home decor dupes better? Would you rather see more furniture dupes? Would you like a mix of both? Let me know. And definitely don't forget to like this video because it lets me know that you guys want to see more content like this. Obviously, I spend a lot of time searching out these dupes, and I just want to make sure that these are the kinds of videos you guys want to keep seeing. So let me know in the comments, what was your favorite one? If you do like seeing these decor dupe videos, let me know what kind of decor would you like to see dupes of. So yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!